How's it going, everyone? Mike here with another sales update. Today we're going to be looking at 2 days, and they will be the 15th and the 16th. So this is June 15th and 16th. The first impression of just some of these numbers that you can see here on the screen, the weekly average and those 2 days in particular, is that it's building momentum. There's definitely a lot more activity than I would say March and April. Actually, without a doubt, even just looking like I said at these numbers, and the averages are increasing, and it's actually significant increase if we're looking at percentages, the numbers themselves. So, for example, the 7-day average, as you can see here, even with this, so this is from today. It's 9 in the morning, and there are already 3 sales that have come in. Even with that low number of 3, we're hovering around 70, which means that the average now for the U.S. market alone is 10 a day and more. So it would be 10 or 11 a day depending on the day. Even if we look at this chart here, see these big dips. Now the lower days are 1 or 2 sales less than, for example, what would have been an average day 2 months ago. So there has been an overall increase in sales. 15th, as you can see here, 7 sales, and the 16th, 12 sales, again in the US market. And the total for those 2 days is 22. So there have been on average 11 sales each day. So that's actually pretty amazing. As you can see here, for the first 17 days, this is included today. And if we take today away, for the first 16 days, so half of this month, we've already done 137 sales. So that's $525 in royalties, which would be $2,518.58 in sales, which is great. You know, this actually might be a $5,000 in sales a month. Let's scroll down and just look at some of these products that are selling. And this is not any different than, you know, what has been happening for 6 months or a year. Standard t-shirts, pop sockets, now tank tops are actually coming in, but still a very small number, as you can see here, 7. And again, keep in mind, we're just looking at 2 weeks. This is a 2-week period. And then, Apple phone cases. Hoodie and the Samsung Galaxy case, I mean, those are one-offs. But one thing that I'm noticing here, and again, this is the 2 weeks, standard t-shirts are starting to take over. My number one sellers without any hesitations used to be pop sockets, but that is not the case anymore. And as you can see here, there are a few clear best sellers that are taking over, right? It's standard t-shirts, all 3 of them, and just in the last 2 weeks I've sold 32 of the bestseller, 21, and then 18. So what is that total? 53, 60, 71. So 71 shirts over the last 16 days were sold, and they're just 3 different items. Let's look at this month in total, because even at the beginning of the month I was saying that, June's just starting to feel different. There's a lot of activity, and as you can see here, 161 and like I said, 16 days in, so 161. Let's look at that number, and then I just want to compare it to last month, first 16 days, 118. So this is a significant difference. We're talking almost 50 products in 2 weeks, which could total 100 products more for the entirety of the month. So again, things are definitely happening, and there's a lot of activity. Let's look at this. I like to look at the monthly chart here, and again, I really have to keep repeating this, but we're 16 days into the month, And as you can see here, we're definitely catching up, and there's a big chance that we're going to be overtaking some of these higher performing months, at least since November of 2020. 16 days into the month, and we've already beat every single month of 2020. So I just want to say that again, even for myself, because I haven't actually seen this yet. So 16 days in, and I am actually doing better already than I did every single month of 2020. Now we have to, again, keep in mind and understand that 2020 was the COVID year. There was a 0 month, and not because of anything that we've done, but simply because Amazon was not selling any of the products. But again, this is a huge improvement. Even if we go back to 2019, we're going to be beating most of the months, except some of the months that were around the period of the best performing months and sales since I had the account. And taking that into consideration, this is a pretty significant change that's happened to my account, over the last couple of months. And, not only is that to some of the best selling products, but it's the big tier up. I skipped a tier. And then also, some people, I was looking at things online, on YouTube, reading some of the discussions, and people are saying, what's the point of tiers anymore? If you get to a certain tier level, like 8,000, 10,000, 20,000, you really don't need to be at a tier 100,000. I disagree with that. Of course you need to not only be at a higher tier, because that allows you higher daily updates, but over time it will result in you having a lot more products. So as you can see here, I have 34,000 products live now, and at the end of every single one of my videos, I keep telling you guys, list, because you will not get that time back. And I've gotten into such a good groove where I don't miss a day. Even if my platform, Merch Titans Automation, doesn't work for some reason, or there's a glitch, what I do is I go and edit the products that are already listed, some of my best sellers or some of the products that I've sold, and I enable products in other marketplaces and on some of the other product types. So anyways, just stay busy, and we'll get there. This will slowly start to add up, and there's going to be a significant change to all of our accounts, and I'm actually already noticing that, because now I'm securing $1,000 in profits every single month, and it's feeling good. I'll leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'm always curious. I think these videos are starting to become the most interesting to people from what I see in YouTube analytics. There's a couple other things that you guys are interested in, but let's have a discussion. I'm curious. Share some thoughts, share some ideas, and that's it. I'll see you guys soon.